Last year, every single thing on my vision board came true. And this year, I'm going to show you exactly how I did it and exactly how you can do it as well. Are you ready? 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 Are you? Okay, if you're ready, then let us get straight into the episode. You are now listening to Me, Myself, and Love, the podcast. Finally, a space where your world revolves around you. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Me, Myself, and Love, the podcast. You already know what's going on. My name is Thomason or Tommy G. If we are tight like that, if you've clicked into this episode, then we are tight like that. You're in for such a treat, and I'm so excited to be here today because this is something that has been requested over and over again, literally since like around this time last year, literally. So I'm really excited to get into the episode. We're going to be learning exactly how to make a vision board that works, because there's so many videos out there giving all this information, and there's this secret sauce missing from every single one of them that I'm going to share with you guys today. And that is exactly how I was able to make every single thing on my vision board come true. So just sit tight. If you haven't already, grab a pen, grab a paper, grab something you can take notes with, because this is going to be super informative and super practical as well. So I hope you're as excited as I am. Also, if you would prefer like a one-on-one session where I actually go into depth and guide you through the process step by step, that is now available for you. I have opened up a limited time one-on-one vision board workshop session where we can chat and I can guide you through things. I have resources available for you, and we're just gonna get it done and work through it together. So you can just go to the description and find that, and we can begin to work together. Okay, so we are honestly just going to get straight into the steps because I know you guys are itching for it. I have my notebook here because I was dead serious about this and I wanted to make sure that I got through everything and answer all of your questions. So we're just gonna start with number 1 on how to make a vision board that actually works. The very first step is for you to set an intention. An intention could be a theme for the year, it could be a word for the year, it could be a phrase, a sentence, a feeling, it could be anything that you want it to be, but you have to start off with a very strong intention. The reason for this is as you're creating your vision board and thinking about the things that you want, this will be like that central theme, the glue that ties everything together, and that allows you to also stay focused and sort of just like be your navigation throughout the year for you to understand what it is that you're actually trying to call in. What type of energy are you trying to call into your year? I'm going to give you some examples of intentions that I have had in the past. In 2022, for the year of 2022, my intention was a new era of me. That was like the word, the phrase, that was the underlying theme of that year. For this year, it was me just wanting to be magnetic in all areas of my life. I've had those intentions sort of navigate and guide me through the process of making my vision board. And the reason I say that you should start off with this is because if you do not have an intention, you will be lost. 100%. Without an intention, the vision board is literally just a collection of pictures that anybody can just put together and say that they have a vision board. That is not a vision board. The point of a vision board is for you to have direction, for you to be inspired, for you to know what it is that's driving you. So an intention is very, very important. After you've set your intention, step number 2 is for you to write down a list of goals, or write down just a list of things that you're looking forward to, or things that you want to achieve, or things that you want to experience in your year. This will sort of flow from your intention, but this will help you stay focused. This will help you actually understand, oh, what type of pictures am I trying to collect? What are the things that I actually want to achieve? What direction am I going? What is my theme for that year? It could also help to separate it by categories. So you could have family, you could have health and fitness, you could have personal finances, education, relationships, self-love, mindfulness. Like there's so many different categories just depending on your lifestyle and depending on the things that you want to call in 2024 or whatever year that you're seeing this. This is a timeless video, okay? A list will also really help you to stay focused and figure out what categories of your life do you need to add more into. Maybe, for example, this year you were super focused on your friendships and you feel like you were slacking in your health and fitness. Once you write everything out, you'll be able to see where you need to put more energy into and what that looks like for you. And when you're writing down your goals, this is a tip that I want you to really, really keep in mind because it's very important. You have to be as specific as possible. You don't have to be hyper specific to the point where you don't allow room for flexibility or you don't allow room for God or the universe to surprise you in things, but you do have to be specific enough to know what type of actions to take. For example, don't just write down, oh, I want to be healthier. That means nothing. That means absolutely nothing because healthy looks 100 million different ways to 100 million different people. In your goals, in your list, you have to be specific. You can say something like, I want to drink X amount of water every day. I want to eat at least one vegetable every other day. Like, just be more specific so that you can also just tap into the feelings of exactly what that change looks like for you, so it doesn't look like the next person. It's very important because this helps you connect to your desires and not just what you think others expect of you or what you think you should do. Sometimes when we make vision boards and we don't actually have a strong connection to the goal, we're kind of just floating. We kind of just put things on there because we feel like they should be on there or because we just feel like, this would be nice. Nobody's saying you shouldn't put things that should be nice, could be nice to have, but you also want to be very connected to your why. Why do I want this? Am I doing this for somebody else? Or is this something that is coming from deep within me? So that is important when you are writing your list of goals. Step number 3 is the step that we're all looking forward to, the fun part where we're looking for pictures and putting everything together. This is where you decide if you want a physical or a virtual vision board. And honestly, do whatever feels right to you. There's no right or wrong way to do this. If you feel like you're more of a physical touch kind of person, do that. Understand that that will take a lot more raw materials as well. But if you just want to do it and you're ready to take that action right now, literally just go to Pinterest, go to Tumblr, any websites that you like for like aesthetic or aspirational pictures. It could also be TikTok, and go and start looking for pictures. It doesn't have to be anything super fancy. You don't need crazy fancy equipment. Start looking for pictures. This is another very, very, very important tip that a lot of these videos tend to skip over when it comes to making your vision board. Every single picture that you put on your vision board has to evoke an emotion within you, period. If you're putting a picture on there just because it's aesthetic, that is not enough. The vision board is supposed to help you tap into your desires, into the feeling of being, doing, or having whatever it is that you are expecting or that you're manifesting. And if you put a picture on there just because it looks pretty, a lot of times we don't realize that we're subconsciously blocking ourselves off from those desires. Because if you have a picture on there that makes you feel slightly anxious or that makes you feel like slightly, I don't really think I can achieve this, that subtle block is already a killer. It's already puts a wedge between you and whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. So nobody is saying that you shouldn't have aspirational pictures, but it should be an aspirational picture that still makes you feel something. So scroll as much as you need to, and only put on pictures there that elicit some sort of emotion within you, because this is that is the fuel. That is actually what is drawing you closer to your desires. Please don't forget this, because I don't really hear people talking about this, and it's super, super, super important. Obviously, as you're doing this, just remember that there's literally no rules. You can make it look however you want. You can add however many pictures you want. You can make it 6 pictures. In my workshop a couple years ago, I had people that literally only had 6 pictures on their vision boards. I had people that had like 50 pictures on their vision boards, that had words, that had quotes, that had little cutouts here and there. Like, the point of this is to have fun, to be creative. It is your vision board, it is your space, so please have fun with it. Don't restrict yourself. Just make sure you're feeling good in every step of the process. That is the magic. That's the magic sauce. The next step is just what platform to use to make your vision board if you do decide to go the digital route. I use Canva because Canva is ridiculously easy. You don't even need an instruction manual. It's super easy to use. All you have to do is upload all your pictures in there. Choose a frame that works for you. You can choose like iPhone size, you can choose iPad wallpaper size, you can choose MacBook wallpaper size, PC, whatever. Go stupid. Be creative. Do it however you want to. Get inspo. Really, really have fun, because the energy of fun and joy and ease and inspiration is what is going to draw these things to you and is going to make this an enjoyable experience. And we want to have fun. This is not something that we're feeling pressure, oh, I need to make my vision board. Guys, I need to tell you this. Like, this is actually really important. The year that I made this vision board that everything came to pass, I literally made it just like, I was just having fun. I just made it and I was like, cool, whatever. I forgot about it. This year, it took me 4 months to make my vision board. I didn't make my vision board until like April of this year. Obviously, the things are still happening, but it wasn't the same process as the one that I'm talking about right now. And I think the reason for that was because I had seen that everything came true on my first vision board and I just started feeling so scared. I put that pressure behind it. I was like, oh my God, now I know everything comes true. Now I'm afraid to put things that I really want, or I'm afraid to put certain things on there because now I'm afraid that this is gonna come true, or I'm afraid that it's not gonna come true, or like, I just was overthinking the whole thing. And that energy of fear and lack and anxiety, it really does block us off from a lot more than we think. It's like, it's not just a feeling, it's literally actively blocking us from our desires and from manifesting the things that we want. So please, this is just your reminder throughout this process. Check yourself. If you find that you're starting to get anxious or you're feeling scared or you don't want to put certain things on there, take a moment to sit with yourself. Ask yourself, what's going on? What am I afraid of? Is this something I truly want? Like, just dig deeper and make this a very intentional process for yourself, because you want this to go as smoothly as possible. You don't want your anxieties to hold you back. And I have experienced both sides of the coin. I've experienced doing this with ease, and we've all seen the results from that. And I've experienced doing this with a shitload of anxiety, and well, it's still working out, but it's not as seamless as my very first vision board. So in general, manifesting is supposed to be fun. Vision boarding is supposed to be fun. All these things are supposed to be a fun and enjoyable process. So please don't suck the life out of it before you even start, because then people are going to come and start saying, oh, vision boards don't even work, I didn't even do anything. And I get it, trust me, I get it, especially if you haven't done it before. I understand how it can be, but once you do it and once you see the results, you're the one that's going to be coming back here and talking about how much it worked. You're going to love it. So don't even block that off before you try. On the original like viral video that I had on my vision board, a few people were commenting about how, oh, I'm going to make one, but I already know everything isn't going to come true. Or, oh, I'm going to make one, but my life it doesn't work like this for me. Or, oh, I'm going to make one, but I just don't like myself. So how do I make it come true? And those are all really valid concerns. I completely get it. But once you start having those thoughts before you even try, you're blocking yourself. You've put a wall between you and the things that you actually want. So you need to check these beliefs. Like I mentioned, I am doing one-on-ones now. I can help you work through your limiting beliefs, figure them out, power through them and come out the other side, because these are things that we don't understand how much they are stopping us from getting the things that we want. Again, I know how they're valid concerns, but try and check yourself and really just counteract these negative beliefs. Tell yourself, I am worthy. I can do all things. Like, literally just speak life and positivity into yourself. Over time, it will become easier. It will become easier and easier to shift your mindset that way. And if you need help, you can message me. I'm here for you. I tell you this all the time. I also have the anonymous question portal. All these links are in the description, so you can ask me questions there as well. Next step is actually something that I came up with. No one else is gonna tell you this because I don't think anyone else is doing this, but trust me, I'm gonna give you the and honestly, I was considering saving this for just my one-on-one clients, but I'm not that greedy. I'm not that selfish. So I'm gonna just give you a little sprinkle of how to do this, okay? The icing on the cake is for you to sign your vision board. And not just, oh, I'm signing it with a signature. You are signing it with your energy. This might sound crazy. I get it. This might sound like not something that you've done before, but this is gonna help you seal everything. Seal the process of setting your intention, getting the pictures, of feeling excited, feeling inspired, feeling positive. It's going to seal everything together, and basically that is your way of just sending it out into the universe and letting it go, because the letting go is also part of the process. The surrender is also part of the process. You will see in the next part of this episode that when I created my vision board, I literally forgot about it. I set it as my iPad desktop screensaver, and I didn't like go back and I was checking on it and being like, oh, has this happened yet? Or how am I going to make this happen? It wasn't until the very end of the year that I literally went back and checked, and I was like, oh my God. I actually nearly lost my mind because I realized everything had come true without me lifting a finger. Like, obviously my subconscious was working because it was my screensaver. I was probably like taking that in every day, but it wasn't a process where I was putting pressure on myself to actively control and make those things come to me. That takes out all the magic in a vision board. Like, what's the point of that? I might as well just have written some things down and done it anyways, you know? Letting go, surrendering, and just letting the magic of the process unfold is really, really important. And this is how you're going to do that, by signing your vision board. What you can do is say or write something like, thank you, God, or thank you, universe, or amen, and then your name, or something like from my lips to God's ears, and your name. Just something that signifies and symbolizes your release of the process, and trusting and having faith that whatever you believe in has said, yep, I'm going to bring this to you. It's a great way to symbolize surrender, and it's a great way to also embody that energy of faith and trust the process, because you have to trust the process. Another question that I got quite often is, how do you detach from your vision board? Like, how did I detach if it was my screensaver anyways? And like I mentioned, I wasn't going back and constantly checking on it. It was my lock screen. I literally just left it at that. I would see it quite often when I unlocked my iPad, but I wasn't literally like inspecting and analyzing it. I was just letting it just seep into my subconscious. That is my advice to you. Don't try too hard. That takes all the fun out of the process. Like I said, if you start feeling feelings of anxiety, limiting beliefs, counteract those. Tell yourself that as long as it's on your vision board, it is going to happen. That should be your belief. That should be your push and your motivation. And that should be enough. You shouldn't even want to work that hard to bring all these things. So you already made the vision board. You already put the intentions in. That is more than enough. So please continue to remind yourself about that, and watch this video again if you need to tap back into those feelings of excitement and inspiration, and just let that lead you. Don't worry too much about the how. The how is the least of your problems. That is not your job. You have done your job. You have set your intentions. You have set your goals. The how is left to God. That is pretty much all the points I have. I have a bonus point I could give you guys, something that helped me. I'm literally giving you guys like all my tea. I'm giving you all my tea for the free. This very last tip will be the last part of this video, the very last part. So watch till the end. This is like a practical way for you to apply all these concepts I've been talking about after you've made your vision board, like as you're going throughout the year. Stay tuned, stick around, and you'll get that. Now that I'm done with all the tips, like I told you guys, this is a very special episode. We've never had any single appearances, any single guests on Me, Myself, and Love. And I don't know if you guys are into that, because y'all have never told me that you're into that, but I was feeling that today. I was feeling into it. And one of my friends is around. We were just talking about this whole vision board thing yesterday, because she realized how she ticked off so many things from hers. She's just slowly realizing that as time goes by. So I thought it would be interesting to bring her on to just give you guys a little bit of insight, a little chit chat, so you guys can get a little inspired as well, and just see that there's real people doing this. It's working, it works. It's a great way to set your goals and manifest, and I'm really excited. Get excited. Her name is Christabel. She's a content creator. She lives in Canada. She's been my friend since literally, I don't even know. We have like so many random baby pictures together. She happens to be in town, and she'll be speaking to you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I made a vision with.
Let's say hey. Hi. Oh my gosh, she's so rude.
Well, hi guys. My name is Christabel, and I'm just going to tell you about my experience with my vision board. So I made one around November ending last year, just before December started. I made a physical one on cardboard paper where I found things I wanted on Pinterest, and I went to Staples and I printed it out. Like I cut it and I printed it out and I pasted it. I won't lie, it's quite a process. If you're doing it on paper, it's like very tasking, because you have to print it, you have to like kind of size it and make everything fit on the board. But I guess doing it made me like actually visualize and kind of memorize the things that I put on it, because if you're seeing it so many times and you try to stick it, you kind of know where you placed it and where you placed that, because you've seen it a lot. So yeah, it took me I think 2 days to complete, 2 or 3 days to complete it. So far, if I'm being honest, I haven't looked at my vision board that much. When I made it, I went back home to Lagos. I came back and I saw the vision board, and I think I left it in my living room to see it like kind of like every day. And then for some reason, I just decided to like push it to the side. I feel like looking at it every day kind of made me feel pressured, so I guess that's why I moved it to the side. So far, I would say I'm looking at my vision board. I don't know if you guys will be able to see from here. Maybe somebody can insert it on the screen. And for those listening, I'm sorry that you can't see it, but
you can just go to YouTube or Spotify.
You see, better go. So basically, most of the things I've achieved this year is traveling. It has a picture of a passport, a plane, a swimming pool. It has a picture of Rodeo Drive, LA. It just has a lot of travel pictures. And I would say I have traveled to 5 places this year, LA being the 5th place now, and then I'm going back home to Lagos in December. If someone told me last year that I was going to travel 6 times this year, I literally did not think that. I don't think I'll believe them, because before I traveled this year, I haven't traveled since 2019, before COVID.
Really?
I've not gone anywhere yet. So
that's crazy.
This was a whole new experience for me, traveling by myself to different countries and traveling with my friends. I'm very grateful and happy I made the vision board, because I feel like it kind of put things into perspective and kind of allowed me to visualize what I wanted, because even though I didn't get to see the vision board like every day, I already knew what was on the vision board. It would come to my mind once in a while. And the other things I added to my vision board were like quotes about being in your 20s, quotes about being confident and stuff like that. And I think I also have friendship on here. And also another thing was getting a new car, like get a car. I've never gotten a car before, but I actually thought about it and I was like, please, why am I driving a car? so that one I purposely did not get the car, because I thought about it. I'm like, there's no need to waste money. I don't need it because I live in a country that has good transportation. It has a good transportation system, so there's no need for that. But looking at that, that's basically it. And also, I think one of the most craziest things ever that I achieved on my vision board, which I just saw now, is Disneyland.
Yes,
Disneyland
guys.
is on my vision board. See here,
insane. She put a picture of
and
Disneyland.
the castle, and we went.
We literally just went yesterday, and she realized when we were there yesterday that she had put it on her vision board.
Yeah. So to be honest, I actually think a vision board works. But yeah.
And that's a good point. I like how she brought up the point about the car, because that's something that sometimes we just think that we want things like just because we think we want things, so there has to also be a really strong intention and focus, and like not necessarily a good reason behind why you want something, but there has to be some sort of alignment and drive behind the decision, behind the things that you decide to put on your vision board. So I will teach you guys how to make those decisions as well, and just get it done. Okay.
Also, I would also add that you have to be intentional. You cannot just make a vision board and expect it to just be magical and just make everything come to pass. Like, you actually have to try to, aim and actually do the work, I would say, to get what you want on your vision board. You can't put, I want to work at Amazon. And it don't even apply to Amazon. You're not even practicing for the interview. Like, you're just sitting down saying, no, you have to work for it. So I would say be very intentional about like everything on vision board, and try to make decisions that align with what you're looking for on your vision board. If not, you're not gonna get the results you want.
Yeah. Nobody's saying you have to like struggle and kill yourself over it, but like there's a difference between aligned action or like inspired action and just like unfocused action. So like once you show the universe, God, that you're willing to put in even just one step, then everything else just sort of like opens up for you. It doesn't have to make sense in the moment. It's when you start looking back, you just see that everything has made sense. So thank you. I
also prayed about it as well, like for everything on my vision board to come to pass.
And God will help you out. Thank you.
You guys should go and make your vision board, please.
make your vision boards. We're gonna be slaying 2024, getting all our goals
please, we need an
done.
amazing year. So you guys should get your vision boards done. Tomisin is here to help you guys. Ask her your questions.
Book a session with me, one-on-one.
Okay, session.
Yeah.
You heard that, all our dreams, all our everything on our vision board, you know, like
Every single thing. And all my girlies that I did it with, I only did a workshop 2 years ago, not last year. They all had amazing things to say. I had it like an online vision board workshop one time. It was so fun. It was amazing.
Are you doing another one?
I'm doing one-on-ones right now, but let me know if you guys also want like...
You guys should not do the one-on-ones. Don't be lazy. She's not doing group, no group, nothing.
I know. The
Go
one-on-ones
and
will be
do
really
the one-on-one
helpful.
session and get the full deal. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Time is ticking.
Amazing. Yeah, so this was such a good way to close out the episode, I feel. So, like I promised, because I'm nice, this is the very last tip that I'm going to share with you guys. It's just a bonus activity that you can do when you find maybe you're struggling with doubt or you just need something to get you back into that feeling of inspiration and excitement. So, this is a practice called visualization. It's basically just a way for you to visualize your desires and just be very active about your manifestation process without doing the most. Okay, so what I like to do is right before bed or right when I wake up in the morning, take a few minutes, 5-10 minutes or whatever, to just create time to daydream about the things that you want, about maybe a specific event or a specific outcome. And the secret sauce behind this is that you have to get into how it would feel to have these things. It's not just about what it would look like, but it's about the specific feelings that you are seeking out of those outcomes. So for example, if let's say you've been manifesting, you want to get a car, like Cristobal said. If you've been manifesting a car, maybe the feelings that you're seeking is ease. Close your eyes, lay down, imagine a scene where you're already riding your car, you feel safe, you feel good, you feel like happy, and just replay that in your mind, replay those feelings, soak it in, and really just enjoy the feeling of how good it feels to have what you want. And do this very often, do this whenever you need to. It's super easy, takes zero effort, and it's a way to propel you and help you tap back into feelings of inspiration that will eventually help you manifest the things that you want. So this is just a little extra tip. I'm so happy we've actually gotten, this is like perfect timing to have Cristobal in here telling us about her experience. And I hope you guys were able to pick up 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 things from this episode.
You can replay it again in case you don't get anything.
Exactly. I hope you're feeling fired up. I hope you're feeling inspired. I hope you are ready to take action. This is the best time, by the way, when the new year rush hasn't started.
Yes,
too.
exactly.
Just keep up with the momentum. Message me. You already know how it is. I'm here for you all the time. Book a session with me if you need to. And as always, thank you for spending this time with me. I will see you on the next episode of the podcast. Okay. Bye.